Good evening, everybody, and welcome here inside Jersey Mike's Arena on the campus of Rutgers University. The backdrop for today's 2024 NJSIAA Girls Group 4 State Basketball Final, as it's a matchup of the Morristown Colonials, 23-9 on the season, ranked number 16 in our NJ.com Top 20, taking on the number 17th ranked team in the state, the Lenape Indians, 25-7. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Long. So glad that you could join us here for our continued coverage of these basketball championship finals. We have had 7 great games in the books here from Rutgers. This is the final game of the first 2 days of basketball coverage here, the last game of the season at Rutgers before we change the setting for tomorrow down in Toms River. Lenape, they will be the road side in their road white. Morristown designated as the home team in their home maroon. About to get this opening tip underway. Looking forward to this matchup. First meeting between these two schools. Jockeying for possession, and Morristown will retrieve it. Colonials, champions out of North 1 Group 4. Taking on Lenape, the champions of South Group 4. Anna Ravetti getting it over to the far side to Cameron McGinley. McGinley lost possession, stolen away by Riley Nichols. Here's Elenita Joe Samuel, number 21, who watched her brother Emmanuel Joe Samuel go for 23 points in Camden's win earlier on this afternoon here at Rutgers. She's hoping to follow suit with a state championship title as well. As that goes out of bounds, both teams with initial turnovers on their opening offensive possessions. Ravetti over to the near side. Leads the team with 89 assists on the season. McGinley, the leading scorer with 12.4. Here she is, a long-range three. That's going to be an air ball. That is beyond the college three-point arc. Those are the adjustments that we've had to see some players make here. They fall in love with the longer line, and it's out of their normal distance. Here's another three look, and this time it's going to be off the mark by Joe Samuel. Possession is saved in bounds, though. Trying to go up with it was Sienna Fedoric. Goes out of bounds, last touch off of Lenape. Head coaches for their respective teams. Sean McEnany is the head coach of Lenape. Jim Picciotto is the head coach at Morristown. Allison Smith getting it around the horn. Now Maya Somerville. Ravetti on the near side. Top to Smith, who again hands off to McGinley. Extended defense now by Alexa Henry. Morristown content with playing low-scoring games. They average 46 points per game this season while allowing 40. And have that propensity of winning these tight games. Not going to be up and down team like Lenape, who averages 54 points a game. Somerville trying to charge her way forward, but got it knocked out of her grasp. Last touch off of Lenape. 5:45 left to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless, looking for our first point to this Group 4 final between both teams. Pass inside is Somerville. Somerville off the dribble. Picks up her dribble. Looking for an outlet, finds it. Here's a long distance offering, splashing it home, Cameron McGinley. McGinley with her team-leading 65th three-pointer of the season. That was nothing but net as well. There's a mid-range jumper, no good. Put back by Joe Samuel, no good as well. Here's a block out of bounds by Allison Smith. Riley Nichols had the first mid-range jumper on the baseline opportunity. That came up short. You saw Joe Samuel was just caught a little too far underneath the rim. She got blocked by the rim. And then another swat for good measure there from Morristown. Great student section still for Lenape from the last game when they watched the boys final in the Group 4. And Morristown with A leprechaun and Irish theme. Everyone decked out in green despite the team's colors being maroon. Here's a shot from the corner and an answer for a three there by Sienna Fedoruk. Fedoruk knocking down the three ball. Averages 7.5 points per game. The C's part going right to the rim, but missing on the lay-in is Rivetti. Rebounded by Lenape. 4:35 left to go here in the first. Quickly played start to this game. No real stoppages. Not much to speak of. No fouls so far in this game. Tipped away. Turnover produced by Smith. She had the steal. McGinley trying to lead her teammate down the floor, but in doing so threw it away out of the grasp of Somerville, who's trying to haul in that pass. Here you can see that it was a 2-on-1 developing. Somerville was open down low underneath the rim. They could get it to her, and that was going to be an easy two. Instead, a turnover for the Colonials. Lenape in the open floor. Layup attempt by Fedoruk, no good. So we've seen one missed layup apiece from both of these teams. Combined 2 of 9 shooting to start off this game, much like we saw in the Group 4 boys final. Maybe the Butterflies in full effect, playing here at the home of the Scarlet Knights in front of a big crowd. Casey Bush off the bench, dropping it down low to Somerville. Somerville put back attempt, no good. She got fouled though after securing the loose ball rebound after her own miss. Maya Somerville, 11.4 points per game, 10.1 rebounds per game. She averages a double-double. She had a double-double against Hillsborough. 16 points, 18 rebound performance for number 23. Morristown's got to get her going early. Rivetti pulls it back out past the midway point of the first quarter. And this is going to lead to a traveling violation against Somerville. Shuffled her feet, trying to retrieve that ball as Lenape was trying to press out to her. Lenape operating now, top of the key. Elenita Joe Samuel, outstanding freshman who averages 15.2 points per game. Camped out on the near side wing, now gets it top of the key. Reversing to the near side to Olivia Watkins. Wiley Nichols getting it up top to Joe Samuel. Here's a corner three again for Lenape, and once again, they will knock it down, this time courtesy of Olivia Watkins, the sophomore with her first connection from three. And Lenape takes their first lead at 6-3. Morristown getting it around the horn to the near side. Rivetti pull-up jumper is good. Anna Rivetti gets her first 2 points of the state final, coming off a 10.7 rebound performance in the semis against Hillsborough. 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first. Thinking about the three, a defender flew right past her, and no good there by Fedoruk, but Fedoruk cleans it up after it eventually finds its way back into her hands on the near side block. Sienna Fedoruk now with 5 of Lenape's first 8 points of the game. Somerville at the elbow. Pulls it back over to Rivetti on the far side. Up top to Somerville. Into the corner to Caroline Condon. Somerville still scoreless in this game. Takes her defender to the foul line and corks the shot, no good. Hustle for the loose ball, scrapping on the floor, and a traveling violation called against Morristown. Trying to gain possession and moved with the ball while she was on the floor. That's a clear call. And a good call at that. Both teams committing 3 turnovers apiece in the early juncture of this game. 1:38 left to go in the first quarter. 8-5 lead for Lenape as we come up with the final 90 seconds. Third all-time appearance for Lenape in a state championship round. They're looking for their second state title. They won a title in 2016 against Patterson Kennedy. Joe Samuel sets and fires from 3, no good. One-armed rebound there by Rivetti. Second all-time appearance at a state championship for Morristown. They're looking for their first state title. No good on the three-point attempt by McGinley. Good camped out rebound there by Fedoruk as we go down the other way with 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Lenina still scoreless in this game. 0 for 3 from the field in the first. Here she is now with Somerville watching her. Joe Samuel gets the defender to fly up in the air. She gets knocked down. No foul. We play on. Welcome to the state finals to the freshman. Across the lane. Layup is no good. Fedoruk, tough angle there. She just tried to flip it. She had more time than she thought she had. But Morristown could not execute the breakout the other way. They tip it off the hands of McGinley last, out of bounds for a turnover. 24 seconds left to go in the first. A lot of players on both sides, hands on the hips. There have not been that many breaks at all from the course of play. One foul committed between the two teams. Joe Samuel pulls up right in front of the foul line, no good. Fouls her own miss. She gets fouled by Somerville, attacking the offensive boards and trying to go back up with it. With 3.9 seconds left to go there in the first quarter. Somerville picks up her first. For Morristown, that is their first team foul with 3.9 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And Elenina Joe Samuel, the freshman, will head to the foul line for the first time this evening. Joe Samuel short on the first foul shot. Lenape leading 8-5 here in this Group 4 Girls State Championship Final. The last game at Rutgers this season for the NJSI-AA Championships. Second foul shot attempt is good. Therefore, Joe Samuel, her first point of the state final. Can Morristown get it off in time? And the shot is no good. That time by Ravetti, trying to take it coast to coast in the final 3 seconds of the first quarter. So that'll end the first 8 minutes of play, with Lenape on top of Morristown by a score of 9-5. Stick around, fans. We'll be right back with the start of the second quarter as you're watching all the broadcast coverage exclusively here on NJ.com. Well, we have seen this trend before here at Rutgers with some of the games earlier today and even yesterday. Slow starts in terms of the shooting categories. Morristown is 2 of 7 from the field. Lenape 3 of 13, yet Lenape leads by 4 as we get underway in the start of the second quarter. Dan Glong, David Berry, and Josh Noble, thanks for joining our NJ.com broadcast team here from the home of the Scarlet Knights. Alexa Henry. Pass was deflected off to the near side. Watkins. Up top to Lauren Colden, who's coming to the game for the first time. Joe Emanuel gets stripped. Joe Samuel, gets stripped of the basketball that time. Sent down the other way into the hands of McGinley. Somerville will outlet it to the far side to Carolyn Condon. Casey Bush now over to McGinley. He knocked in a 3 earlier in that first quarter. Ravetti now. Somerville inside the lane. Nice move inside, and Maya Somerville with her first 2 points of the state championship round. Colonials back to within 2 of Lenape, now at 9-7. Nice running, floating shot there by Elenita Jo Samuel. She's got 3, her first made field goal of the game. 1 of 6 from the field to start off. Anna Rivetti on the baseline. Got bottled up on the baseline and knocked out of bounds. Last touch off of Henry in Lenape. 6:15 left to go in the second quarter. Lenape led Morristown 9-5 after the first quarter of play. Both teams trying to get their shooting underneath them here in the start of the second quarter. Reversing out, here's a long-range offering, but that doesn't draw iron from Condon. Jo Samuel with the player down, trying to run back, but unable to convert on the lay-in. Fortunate there is Morristown after Casey Bush took a tumble. She lost her balance, and she was the last line of defense. It was leading to a layup opportunity for Shelby Crowley. Crowley was not able to convert on the lay-in. And to make matters worse, Crowley then commits the foul after missing the layup. Her first personal foul. Team's first of the second. We saw 2 combined fouls in that first quarter of play. It was a track meet, back and forth down the floor. Hands on the hips for so many different players, and that's where you're seeing both coaches go liberally to their benches to start off the second quarter. 5:40 remaining in the first half, 11-7 lead for Lenape. For Lenape in their state semifinal, they hit 11 three-pointers against Howell. They have hit 2 three-pointers so far in this game. Morristown connecting on 1. Trying to go for 2 there. No good, and the rebound secured by Jo Samuel. She had 15 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in the win against Howell. Skip pass, open to the near side, Nichols for 3, overshot the rim. Chance of air ball emanating from the Morristown student section. And a reach-in foul now against Lenape. Personal foul against Nichols. 4:56 left to go here in the second quarter. A timeout going to be taken by Morristown as they want to talk things over. The Colonials trail by 4, 11-7 here with 4:56 left to go here in the first half. We hope that you've been enjoying your smorgasbord of basketball all weekend long. This is the 8th and final game of the last 2 days here at Rutgers as part of our broadcast coverage of NJ basketball on NJ.com. Out of the timeout, it's Morristown with possession. Condon to the near side, watched by Nichols. Somerville out beyond the foul line. Looks to go backdoor to Rivetti. Rivetti gets the hoop and the harm. And one opportunity upcoming for Anna Rivetti, the senior. Great court vision that time by Somerville, seeing that hole develop for Rivetti. Rivetti now trying to complete the three-point play. She can't, but she'll track down the loose ball rebound. Rivetti trying to feed Somerville, who's making the cutoff ball. That's deflected last touch out of bounds off of Lenape's Alexa Henry. 11-9 lead for Lenape. Feed inside to Somerville. She missed initially. Found her own miss, but too strong with a putback. She rushed it and then an over-the-back foul against Morristown. Smith picks up the foul after Elenita Joe Samuel was the one who had that strong rebound and would not give it up. 11-9 lead, backdoor, beautiful execution and finish by Alexa Henry for Lenape. A 14-point score a game for Lenape. That's Henry's first 2 points of the state final. Beautiful find going backdoor with that cut off ball. Ball was tipped away, and it's a backcourt violation. Another turnover against Morristown. That is their 6th turnover of this first half. Now a timeout's going to be taken by Morristown as Lenape will lead as we've crossed past the midway point of the second quarter. 3:56 left to go here in the second. Lenape on top of Morristown by a score of 13-9. Lenape ranked number 17 in our NJ.com top 20. Morristown 1 spot above them, ranked number 16 on the season. We have crowned 4 non-public champions here last night, and this is the 4th public school game here in day number 2 action of the NJSIAA Basketball State Finals. That was the last basket by Henry off the back cut. Alexa Henry had 10 points, 3 assists in the win against Howell. As Lenape trying to find their way to a state championship here. Morristown trying to make history and bring home what would be their first ever basketball team championship in girls basketball history. And you can see the Morristown fans, they are all ready for St. Patrick's Day. They are all themed and ready to go, despite green not being a school color. And the Lenape faithful donning their red here in full force at the home of the Scarlet Knights. Been great crowds assembled for all of these 8 games that we have been witness to here from our broadcast vantage point inside Jersey Mike's Arena. Nichols will outlet it to the near side to Watkins. Now here's Henry. Joe Samuel being guarded by McGinley. Nichols. Back to Henry now. Joe Samuel, top of the key. Patient floor spacing here for Lenape. Morristown not trying to chase too far out. Again, here's a 3 from the college range, no good. Too many of these players taking too long a shot opportunity. They're not used to having the 2 lines on the floor. They're taking further shots than they need to. Bottled up into a turnover. Here goes Alexa Henry the other way for Lenape. But recovered with a block. No, they're going to say that is going to be a foul of the play against Allison Smith. Henry was rumbling her way down the floor, and Smith got all hand there, so that is the good call. And a foul whistled against his senior. Henry knocks in the first foul shot. She's got 3 points in the game. Smith, that was her first foul of the game. 2 team fouls for Morristown, 3 for Lenape in this quarter. Henry goes 2 for 2 at the line. She's got 4. Joe Samuel already 3 points, 5 rebounds. Her teammate, Sienna Fedoric, 5 points, 5 rebounds, leading the charge here for Lenape in the first half. Rivetti with 4 points and 4 rebounds. She's dribbling across the key. Good extra pass. Trying to bank that one home with Smith. Offensive rebound by Somerville, but another turnover and a travel against the Colonials. The 8th turnover of the game here for Morristown, as you can clearly see there. Somerville, in the process of trying to pry the ball free from an opponent, shuffled her feet in the process as well. Skip pass over to the near side. Open three. No good. Here's another look from three for Lenape as they're letting him fly. Rivetti with a rebound this time. Morristown bringing it down the other way. Rivetti with the trailer up to Somerville, who outlets it over to the far side. Nice give and go underneath. Smith had to recapture possession, so she didn't have a clean look initially. Here's the shot, and fouled in the act of shooting was Caroline Condon. As Condon, the sophomore, will head to the foul line to shoot a pair. Condon with an opportunity to get her first points of the game. Misfires on that first foul shot attempt. Morristown 0 for 2 from the line so far in this game. Now 0 for 3 after Condon missed a pair. Remains a 15-9 lead for Lenape. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Joe Samuel off the dribble, right to the rim, misfires. Around the horn of the offensive rebound. Lenape out rebounding Morristown by 3. It's a bullet pass that got through the defense underneath, but then it's going to be a foul whistled against the Indians. Take a look again. Got a double deflection, and you can kind of see in the bottom of your screen, that was number 24, Ava Seeds, who was trying to lean into one of the Morristown players who was trying to catch that deflection. The referee was in the perfect position to make that call. That'll be the 5th team foul, so any subsequent foul should be foul shots. The official wants to go over to the table to talk things over. .89 seconds left to go in this first half. And I think what they did, which was the smart move, the official noticed that it was the 5th team foul, and that was warranting a foul shot opportunity for Morristown on the other side rather than an inbound. So that is great teamwork there by the officiating crew to make sure that Allison Smith was the one who is going to be trying her luck at the line, and luck has not been there so far here for Morristown. It's a lid on the rim when it comes to foul shooting for the Colonials. That was the foul back at the other end of the floor. Now Morristown gets on the board courtesy of a made foul shot. (15-10) low scoring first half. Lenape dropping it off in the corner. Joe Samuel, cross-court pass to the near side. Fedoric, who had that big first quarter, sidestepped the defender, missed on the layup. Back in the corner to Joe Samuel. Running floater of a shot, and the freshman sinks it. Joe Samuel up to 5 points here in the first half. Lenape back in front, this time by 7, 17-10. 50 seconds left to go in the first half. Lenape extending their defense. Rivetti getting her pocket picks. Hustles to the floor to get the loose ball. Shot at the rim, no good by the Colonials. Joe Samuel comes out of the pack with it, and then a loose ball foul is whistled against Morristown. That'll be the 3rd team foul of the quarter against Morristown. Joe Samuel was spinning around. She was still free there, and eventually they called the push foul. Second personal foul against Allison Smith. Lenape led by 4 after 1. They've extended the lead to 7 here. Trying to add on to that just before halftime. Around the side. Lenape 25-7 on the season. Joe Samuel initiated the contact, missed on the shot, fouled her own miss. Put back also no good. 3rd time is the charm. Elenita Joe Samuel. 7 points in the first half, a block of the rim for Lenape. Loose ball tie-up with 1.2 left to go here in the second quarter. And the Lenape faithful are in all full throats here, chanting for their Indians, who are playing a great second quarter. Outscoring Morristown 10-5 in the second quarter. Can Morristown get a bucket just before the break? Somerville will do it! She'll beat the buzzer there. Great pass inside to her, and she got the layup to go just before halftime. And it is going to be Lenape with a 7-point advantage as we head to halftime and both teams go to their respective locker rooms. Lenape 19-12. Let's take a look at that last inbounds for Morristown. Perfect pass from Casey Bush here to Somerville. Somerville got it off in time before the backboard went all red, as you see now on your screen. Maya Somerville with 4 points in the first half for Morristown, as they will trail by 7 heading into halftime. Stick around, fans, as we'll be back for the start of the second half of play, as you're watching our 8th and final state championship game from Rutgers this weekend here on NJ.com. inside Jersey Mike's Arena here at Rutgers University. As we're moments away from the resumption of play in the start of the second half, Lenape on top of Morristown by a score of 19-12 here in the Group 4 girls basketball final. Taking a look at the stats from the first half of play, Lenape was led by Elenita Joe Samuels, game-high 7 points, scoring 6 of her 7 points in that second quarter alone. For Morristown, they were led by a pair of players who had 4 points each, Anna Ravetti and Maya Somerville, who scored just to beat the buzzer, combining in for the Colonials there to have 4 points each. Lenape is shooting only 26% from the field in this game, yet they lead by 7. Big reason why, turnovers. They've only coughed up 4 turnovers themselves while producing 8 turnovers out of Morristown. Lenape is also 3 for 4 at the foul line, while Morristown has only connected on 1 of their 5 foul shot attempts in this game. Lenape led 9-5 after the first quarter. They outscored Morristown 10-7 in that second quarter of action. Reminder, fans, that while we may be done after this game at Rutgers, we are not finished entirely with the basketball season in New Jersey. We will be taking our broadcast equipment down to RWJ Barnabas Health Arena for tomorrow's quadruple header to finish off the winter sports season here in New Jersey with 4 more games that will include the Groups 1 and 3 championships in both the boys and girls ranks. That's tomorrow starting at noon here on NJ.com at RWJ Barnabas Health Arena. As we'll have covered for Groups 1 and 3. Taking a look at the Lenape band that has been the hardest playing band here today because they played in the previous game as well when they saw the Lenape boys play for the Group 4 final. They lost against Elizabeth in that championship game. They're hoping that one of the Lenape teams will come home safely with the championship trophy here today. Lenape playing in their first state final since 2019. Looking for their second state title in history, and Morristown making their second all-time appearance in the state championship game. They last played in 2002, losing to Trenton in that final. Dan Long, David Barry, Josh Noble, thanks for joining us as the second half is underway. Lenape in the white, Morristown in the maroon. Joe Samuels spinning on Somerville and connecting. Elenita Joe Samuel again saw her older brother, Emmanuel, strike for 23 points in a win in our first game of the day for the Camden Panthers. He went home a state champion. She's hoping to come home with her own hardware. There's a loose ball on the deck. Tie-up ensues. Jump ball. Possession error will give it back over to Morristown. Turnovers were the undoing for the Lenape boys. They committed 20 turnovers in their loss. Lenape girls are turning over Morristown. 8 turnovers already in this game for the Colonials. Lenape leads 21-12. Maya Somerville passing it off to the near side, Allison Smith. Again, this is a low-scoring Morristown team, so the point totals are to the likings right now. Ravetti missing on that jump shot, fouls her miss inside the paint. Now here's an open look from 3. Trying to guide that one in, but unable to do so was Cameron McGinley. They're fine playing if Morristown plays in this style of low-scoring affair. And certainly Lenape much more prevalent to score in high-scoring games. Morristown has to be able to knock down those open threes. Keep themselves close here. Hard take to the rim, that time by Olivia Watkins. Watkins is fouled on her way up, and Watkins will earn a trip to the foul line here to shoot a pair. McGinley fouled Watkins and will send the sophomore to the line to shoot 2. Misfires on that first foul shot attempt. Watkins hit a 3 back in the first quarter. That accounts for her 3 points in the game. Second foul shot rattles in and out. Empty possession there for Watkins and Lenape. 21-12 lead. Swatting it away. Here's Alexa Henry forcing another turnover. The 9th turnover of the game for Morristown. And Nichols got caught in between whether or not to unleash that initial three-point attempt or to better her angle, and in doing so, she traveled. Two minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Vetti across the lane. Here's a long distance three from straight away. No good. Again, Morristown and Lenape both have been guilty here in this game of taking threes from behind the college arc. That initial gray line you see in the floor, that is the high school line. But all these players, as we've seen throughout the state championships, they fall in love with the distance shot. Morristown would be better suited to try their luck from the normal range. Not faced at all from the deep college range is Alexa Henry. Henry's first triple of the state final. Largest lead of the game now for Lenape at 12. They've doubled up Morristown, 24-12. Ravetti left the shot in the bottom of the rim. Joe Samuel beat past the first wave of defense. Shot too strong off the back iron. Rebounded, secured to the near side by Bush. Where's the offense going to come from here for Morristown? Ravetti tries to get it down low to Somerville. That's a good option. Back to her defender down, but short on the hook shot. Somerville with only 4 points in this game. Again, she averages a double-double. Somerville, 4 points, 6 rebounds so far in this contest. Here's Henry across the lane. Picks up the dribble. Joe Samuel, the leading scorer in this game. She's got 9 points and 11 rebounds. There's a three for Lenape. And Rachel Nichols tickling the twine. Back-to-back threes by the Indians, going to elicit a timeout taken by Morristown. Lenape with their largest lead of the game. It's 27-12 as we're nearing the midway point of the third quarter with 4:04 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Lenape trying to close out their season on a high note, making it 15 straight wins on their way to a state championship here at Group 4. Then Lenape's road to Rutgers. They were the number 2 seed in South Group 4. They defeated Atlantic City, Southern Regional, Cherokee, Williamstown, and then Howell, most recently in the state semifinals. For Morristown, they were the number 2 seed in North 1 Group 4. They defeated Bloomfield, Kearney, West Orange, Union City, and then knocked off Hillsborough in the state semifinal round. As the Colonials get their barking orders here and need to make those adjustments, especially when it comes to the offensive side of the equation, as Lenape has found their stroke from deep. Lenape 4 for 8 from three-point range in this game. Morristown only 1 for 6. Neither team shooting over 40% from the field in this game. So out of the timeout. We'll see what Morristown is able to draw up here. Ravetti outletting it to Bush. Bush getting down low to Somerville, and that was a great answer out of the timeout. Somerville carved out the space. Beautiful dish and find there from Casey Bush. Lenape's lead is trimmed down to 13. Here's Alexa Henry. Henry getting it inside to Joe Samuel, who gets fouled from behind by Somerville. By Somerville's second personal foul, team second. Henry getting it up top. Watkins open. It's again a three for Rachel Nichols. second three of this quarter here for Riley Nichols. 40th three of the season for Riley. Here's Somerville, left it short on the turnaround shot inside the lane. Offensive rebound, but then it leads to a travel on the other side for Morristown. So they weren't able to finish off that hook shot inside the lane, and Riley Nichols has become a force here in the last couple of possessions in the third quarter. Nichols, the junior, with 6 points. She has knocked in a couple of deep shots as well. Henry inside, as Lenape now starting to percolate on offense. 5 of 9 from 3. Here's Nichols. Feeding inside, trying to get it to Nichols, but Somerville was tying it up. Loose ball tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it on this end of the floor for Lenape with 2:24 left to go in the third. 3 threes in this third quarter alone for Lenape. Pass up top here to Joe Samuel. Left-hand dribble, kick out in the corner. Alexa Henry, bang! Her second three of the third quarter. Alexa Henry now is up to 10 points in this game. Lenape scorching the net from deep. 4 threes in this third quarter. This is what they did in their state semifinal win. Then they had 11 threes made. And now a reach-in foul after a rebound by Joe Samuel. Frustration starting to set in a bit here for the Colonials. Saw that rebound was tracked down initially by Condon, and then Condon threw it away, trying to get it right back, but instead went over the back of her defender. 33-14, the lead now for Lenape. Starting to pull away here thanks to their three-point prowess in the third quarter. Here's Nichols again. No good this time. And a foul going over the back this time against Lenape with 1:41 left to go. And the timeout's going to be taken on the floor with 1:41 left to go here in the third quarter, when the Lenape Indians, our number 17th ranked team in New Jersey, in control right now here from Rutgers. 33-14 in the Group 4 girls basketball final. Lenape pulling away thanks in part to this third quarter. They have outscored Morristown 14-2 in this third quarter alone. Six of 11 from three-point range in this game, shooting 55%. That's her difference. Morristown only 1 of 6 from deep in this one. Dumping down low to Somerville. Somerville and 1. Second consecutive time right out of a timeout. Morristown went to their bread and butter and got it in the hands of number 23. Somerville off a great assist from Allison Smith. Somerville now a chance at a traditional three-point play. Somerville 8 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists here tonight for Morristown. Somerville completes the three-point play. She's got 9. Full court pressure now being displayed by Morristown. Joe Samuel easily takes care of that. Goes down the other way, but misfires on the layup. Outlet the other way to McGinley. Passes it up top to Somerville. Gets a step on Joe Samuel, and the freshman will foul Stop play with 1:09 left to go here in the third.
Underneath!
First personal foul against Joe Samuel. 1 point away from a double-double here in the state finals. Another reach-in foul. Watkins picks up the first personal foul. Fourth team foul against Lenape. No more fouls to give. It would send Morristown to the line. The final minute of play here. Bush from deep, no good. That ricochets off the foot of Nichols, out of bounds. After Riley tried to track that one down. There's another quick turn and fire out beyond the three-point line of the college ranks. No good there from Morristown. 1 of 8 from deep now are the Colonials. Henry to the near side. .40 seconds left to go in the third. Again, Lenape padding its lead that it enjoyed at halftime, which was a 7-point margin. Padding it here in the third, outscoring Morristown at this juncture, 14-5. Hoping to claim their second state championship in school history in girls basketball. Henry across the lane, skip pass, Joe Samuel on the baseline, got past her defender and gets it to go. She's got a double-double. 11 points, 12 rebounds now for Elenita Joe Samuel. Here's Somerville to beat the buzzer again, this time from deep. A much-needed 3 there for Morristown. But Lenape will take a 15-point lead into the fourth quarter of play. The Indians have been thrilling on the other end of the floor, and that was a big shot by Somerville just to beat the buzzer. She had a lay-in to end the second, that time dialing it up deep from three-point range. But Morristown's going to have to put together a special fourth quarter if they want to pull back closer here. Lenape leads by 15 as we head to the fourth here on NJ.com. Lenape doubled up Morristown in that third quarter, 16-8. Now we head to the fourth quarter. Lenape on top, 35-20 as we start the fourth quarter of play. Thanks for joining us here on NJ.com. I'm Dan Long, thrilled to be here for our 8th game of the last 2 days. Group 4 girls final. Hook shot attempt by Somerville was off the mark, but it was knocked out of bounds last touch off of Lenape. Morristown cut down on their turnovers in that third quarter. The problem was that they couldn't stop the hot shooting of Lenape. Scorching the net, Lenape now shooting over 50% for the game and 50% from 3 as well. Rivetti outlets it over to the near side of McGinley. McGinley took her defender off the dribble but overshot the rim on the lay-in attempt. Rebounded underneath by Fedoruk. Lenape on a 14-game win streak coming into play here today. Morristown has won 8 in a row on the season. Knocked out of play, last touch by Cameron McGinley. Senior had 20 points against Hillsborough in the state semifinals. She only has 3 points here today for the Colonials. He had that early 3 to get Morristown out to a 3-0 lead, but she's been held in check. Great defensive assignments here by Lenape today. Ravetti looking for an outlet to the near side. Bush dumping it down low to Smith. Somerville, extra pass. Here's a three-point look. Wide open, no good. Rattled in and out. Ball is loose. Ravetti comes away with it. McGinley scoops it up in the air. An underhand shot attempt. Creative use off that dribble as she knew she was fouled and was heading to the line. Here you can see again, McGinley just decided to duck underneath and then just underhand toss it up at the rim. Didn't miss by much. As McGinley gets her first point since the first quarter on that foul shot. She's got 4 in the game.
Work the clock, White!
First team foul of the fourth quarter against Lenape. Second shot by McGinley, no good. Loose ball rebound, though, taken in by Smith. Then Smith lost it and then fouled. Trying to go over the back of Riley Nichols. Third personal foul against Allison Smith. Elenita Joe Samuel is a little slow and gimpy getting back to her feet. Trying to get a breather and trying to walk things off. It looks like Lenape will call her off the floor so that she could be looked at by the trainer. A round of applause for the freshman. Elenita Joe Samuel, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists here in the state finals. Trying to join her sibling, her older brother Emmanuel, who won a state championship in our first game of the day, trying to bookend things here with her own state title. Here's Morristown in the open floor, leading to the easy uncontested layup for Allison Smith. And a timeout's going to be taken after Lenape turned it over, led to the easy 2 the other way, and that's how Morristown could get back in this game. Ravetti did a great job of feeding her teammate underneath, and Smith, the senior, now with 3 points in the state final, and Morristown is back to within 12 at 35-23 with 6:14 left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. See Coach Picciotto talking things over with his Morristown huddle, knowing that his defense is going to have to be responsible for turning over Lenape and maybe leading to those fast break situations on the other end of things. Crowds have been enjoying themselves all day long here. Basketball fans far and near in all parts of the state. Out of the timeout will be Lenape with the inbound. Lexa Henry getting it to a wide open teammate down the floor, and Lauren Colden. Beautiful press break that time for Lenape. They were waiting for that full court pressure from Morristown. It led to the uncontested layup. Somerville backing down her defender inside. Hook shot no good. Smith trying to fight for the loose ball. Tie up ensues underneath the rim. And possession arrow will give it back over to Lenape. .5:49 left to go in regulation. Great to see Elenita Joe Samuel back on the floor. Colden did her job. Got the uncontested layup on that last possession down. Now Joe Samuel is bumped on the play. That's going to be a foul whistled against Morristown, the second team foul of the fourth quarter. See, trying to dribble her way out of harm there, and that was going to be a bump foul against Allison Smith. Third personal foul against Smith. Approaching 5.5 minutes left to go in regulation. Lenape on top, 37-23. No rush here to operate on offense. Joe Samuel getting it back up top. Watkins stolen away by Morristown. Wide pass tracked down by McGinley. Somerville over to McGinley. They have to get that sharpshooter going She could open up this game potentially for Morristown. Rivetti dumping it down low to Somerville. Somerville turns to the right side, fires up a one-hander from the foul line, no good. Joe Samuel with the rebound. And Morristown is desperately trying to pry it out of her hands, and the freshman would have none of it. Third personal foul. It looked like it went against number 32, Caroline Condon. Condon was saying that she got hit in the nose. So Joe Samuel was just clearing out some space. Nichols will hand it off now to Joe Samuel. Bounce pass. Nobody was making the off-ball cut. She thought Alexa Henry was going to be making a move to the rim. Said it was just to a wide-open Morristown defender. McGinley dumping it down low to Somerville. Double team comes to her. Had a teammate underneath who was wide open, and Somerville barking at the official on the near side. Somerville now is going to get called for the reach-in foul. You could see this frustration is now starting to boil over from Maya Somerville, the senior. She thought that she was getting fouled down in that previous play. You could see that she was barking out. And now it's going to be a reach-in foul there, and still frustration. This is a good timeout for Morristown to try to collect their composure as a team and make sure that there's no additional technical foul. And again, great officiating to make sure that cooler heads prevail there as well at this juncture in the game. 4:09 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We're closing in on the home stretch here of our basketball coverage from Rutgers, as you're watching all of the state finals here at NJ.com. Yesterday, we saw Red Bank Catholic, Morris Catholic, Don Bosco Prep, and St. Rose win the non-public state championships in the girls and boys ranks. Today, we saw Camden boys, Manasquan girls, Elizabeth boys, and now awaiting the final champion here for this Group 4 girls final, Hoist the Hardware. Lenape trying to win their second title in school history in girls basketball. Morristown trying to bring home that first historic championship in girls basketball. Time starting to become a concern for the Colonials. Rivetti trying to track it down, instead it's Joe Samuel. Weaves through one wave of the defense. Out up top to Nichols. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Watkins passing it over to Henry. Nichols, who had those 6 clutch points in the third quarter. Good time wasting going on here by Lenape. Time is on their side. Churning the clock down, under 3.5 minutes left. Joe Samuel goes in for the layup attempt. No good on the baseline. Fouls it up and puts it through. Elenita Joe Samuel, 13 points, 14 rebounds here in the state championship game. Here's McGinley from 3, and the bank is open on a Saturday night here in Piscataway. Second 3 of the game for McGinley. She's got 7. Only the third made 3 in 11 attempts here for Morristown in this game. Alexa Henry gets fouled and left it just a little short on the near side. She'll still head to the foul line with 2:51 left to go in regulation. First shot is swished home there by Alexa Henry. She's got 11 points, perfect 3 for 3 at the foul line. Henry goes 1 of 2 at the line. (40-26) lead. Morristown trails here. Time running out here for the Colonials in a great season. Player is down for Lenape. And it deflects off of the hands of Somerville out of bounds to the near side.
2 minutes.
14th turnover of the game for Morristown. Only 7. Excuse me, they just added it to the board. 15th turnover as a team. Lenape has only turned it over 7 times themselves. Joe Samuel passing it down low. And there's Fedoric with her first point since the first quarter. 7 points for Sienna Fedoric, the senior. Somerville posting up against Fedoric. Turnaround hook shot, no good. Weak side rebound by Bush. The putback too strong. Rebounded by Fedoric underneath with under 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Lenape on top by 16. There's a pull-up shot in transition. No good there by Alexa Henry. This has continued the trend here, fans. 7 of our 8 championships are going to be double-digit easy wins for the respective state champions here at Rutgers. Only one game really was a nail-biter. That was the Morris Catholic Rutgers prep game in the non-public B final in the girls' ranks. As Casey Bush will head to the foul line. Bush is going to be short of the first foul shot. Then join us tomorrow starting at noon. Opening tip-off. North Tech taking on College Achieve Asbury Park in the Group 1 boys final. University will take on Shore in the Group 1 girls final at 2. Chatham will take on Mainland at 4:30 in the Group 3 girls final, and then we'll finish it all off with Ramapo taking on Freehold Borough in the Group 3 boys final at 6:30. That's all tomorrow here on NJ.com/watch. So spread the word, tell a friend, and tune in. 42-27. Lenape took control really in that third quarter. Blew this game open. Morristown had a couple of pushes in them. But Lenape always had the answer. An outstanding season will come to a close here for Morristown with under a minute left to go. Celebration is imminent here for Lenape as Coach McEnany will take a timeout with 54.3 seconds left to go. Morristown will finish their season 23-10 overall. Again, making only their second all-time appearance in a state girls basketball final. First appearance since way back in 2002. And for Lenape, celebration is on. This will be their second state title in program history, the first since 2016. They will finish their season 26-7 overall. And for the Lenape fans that came for this double dip, this doubleheader in the afternoon session that saw the boys play at 4:30 and the girls here at 6:30, they will leave for home happy that at least one of those Lenape sides did eventually win. Boys came up short in their quest for a Group 4 boys championship against a very good Elizabeth side that powered their way to their 7th state title in school history. So out of the timeout will be an inbound inside to Watkins. And that'll be a reach and foul charge against Morristown. Stopping the clock, 52.1 left. Looks like that will give Morristown the opportunity to sub off the floor the majority of their starters and any seniors, and it looks like Lenape will also do the very same thing. We're almost having a hockey line change about to happen. 5 girls from both sides vacating the floor. Congratulations to all the seniors who worked so hard to get to the state finals, and the Morristown fans also standing and applauding in unison the efforts of their Colonial players. While the Lenape faithful jubilant, knowing in 52.1 seconds they will have a celebration on their hands. As it starts to set in for so many of these girls what this means. All the hard work finally paying off for Lenape. Morristown now having it with Laura Wild. Basket up top. And Balzano will draw the foul, and Balzano, the sophomore, will have a chance to get on the scoreboard here at the state finals. 37.1 seconds left to go. There's the warm embrace between coach and player, and especially a senior in Sienna Fedoruk. As Balzano will get on the scoreboard here at Rutgers. Pretty neat feeling for a sophomore playing the state championship game. Balzano misses the second opportunity. Tracked down rebound by Condon. Gives it out to her teammate. It's going to be called for the steps. Traveling violation against Morristown. That will be their 16th turnover of the game. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in throughout the course of Friday and today here on Saturday. It's been a marathon of sorts here with 8 games, but it has been absolutely fun to bring you the sights and sounds of New Jersey high school basketball in the boys and girls ranks this year. Years past, we've had just primarily the boys being able to play here, and now this year they've been able to change it up, and hopefully in years going forward won't have any Rutgers home games to deny all 12 state championship games a chance to be played here. It's the only reason why they're playing the last 4 state finals down in Toms River is because of a Rutgers home game here tomorrow. 10 seconds left to go. The Lenape Indians came here looking for a championship, and they will emerge as the 2024 Group 4 Girls State Champions. A great defensive effort as Lenape holds Morristown to 28 points on their way to a 43-28 victory here from Jersey Mike's Arena. Outstanding effort by both teams. Lenape, though, led by Elenita Joe Samuel. That freshman was spectacular, and what a championship day for that Joe Samuel family. Her brother won for Camden. She now wins for Lenape. She finished with 13 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists in the win. And again, the scary thing for the rest of the state, she is only a freshman. So we will now be having the championship presentation coming up shortly here in the middle of the floor, as they will have the coaching staff and the Lenape team coming out to greet the officials from the NJSIAA to get handed that championship trophy. Sean McEnany, the head coach, and his captain, Sienna Fedoruk, and talk with the officials from the NJSIAA, including Colleen McGuire, who's a standout point guard in her time. And now all of her teammates swarm and get to celebrate together a Lenape State Championship for only the second time in school history, joining the 2016 team in immortality. So congratulations to Lenape on winning this state championship. As again, an all-time great, sharing some words of wisdom with these girls and these basketball players of the future as well, as they hoist the hardware and celebrate here as the final team to be crowned state champions at the home of Rutgers University. So that'll do it for our broadcast coverage of the 8 state finals here from the home of the Scarlet Knights. Special thanks to our broadcast crew, David Barry, Josh Noble, our executive producer, Kevin Avaney Jr. For everybody here from Rutgers University, I'm Dan Long saying so long from Jersey Mike's Arena. Congratulations to your 2024 Group 4 Girls Basketball State Champs, the Lenape Indians. Take care, everybody.